Hey guys, thanks for clicking on to spend your time with me today. Now, I'm sure you've already heard, but my throat is absolutely shot. I haven't had a voice for the last 2 days, and now that it's come back, it's really quite gravelly and uneven, and in my opinion, really quite annoying. So I do understand if you want to give this video a skip because I can understand how it could be annoying. But I did just want to still put this out there because I feel like it keeps me accountable, because I didn't have time to film on Friday. I just took all the weekly amount out of my wallet and restarted the week. So it's kind of catching up with myself, and I can keep seeing the money over here on the side, and I feel like I just want to blow what is left. So I'm going to put it out there on the internet, and then I can't spend the money once it's been reallocated. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to jump in here and have a look at what we spent over the week. Now, we did have a spendy week, but also not really, with being at hospital and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go through and mark this down. So on the 14th we had a McDonald's, and it was just one of those things where everything had happened and the day was hectic, and my children need to be fed. So how I see it is feeding them McDonald's is better than feeding them nothing. So that's what we did. Then I bought £4 in for swimming for my son on the Sunday, because he did get his certificate finally. And he's so proud of that. He took it into school and showed all his friends on the Monday afterwards, and he was so proud of himself for it. And it really made my day just to see him get that recognition that he's really trying hard. And then we put £10 on petrol, because the petrol is absolutely crazy and we couldn't keep it in the tank. With my car, I had to run it round as my partner's was taken off the road. As I explained in my last video, we took it in to get the clutch fixed, and it ended up having a gearbox explosion, I guess. So yeah, that was that. And then, as I was cleaning out the car for the scrapman to come and take it, we found 50p. So yeah, being as I'm trying to track absolutely everything that comes in and out of my budget, I have written that down in here. So let's mark that one off. Next, we put £500 back into the system into the budget for a deposit on a car that we have now bought. So that would be under income. Excuse me. We have had problems with cars pretty much our whole car life. So we took the leap into getting a finance car, and we have absolutely fallen in love with it. We're just trying to find reasons to go out in it, which isn't good because it is costing more in petrol, but I'm sure that'll die down soon. We like children with a new toy. So then we just popped £10 in for petrol there, as it did already have some when we took it off of the lot, but we just wanted to top it up because, as I said, new toy, wanted to put our own petrol in. And then we popped to Aldi, and I can't remember what we bought, but it cost us £5.14, and I'm okay with that. And then I reset on the 20th off camera. I brought in £19. We did finish off that week with £25.36, which I did just throw into my old wallet. So what I'm going to do now before I restart is I'm going to put all this someplace else. So let's budge that out the way. And what I'm going to do is, there is £10 left of fuel, and then there is £15.36 of family money that we didn't spend. So I'm going to take this £20 because we have actually just had the news that my partner is going to be going in for his eye surgery. If you've watched any previous videos, we said how he ended up in A&E for his eye with pressure. It turns out that when he went to meet his surgeon on Friday, they have brought through his surgery. So his eye surgery is on Monday as you're watching this. So we didn't have time to prepare for it, but also we have an emergency fund. So in terms of, we're not sure what's going to happen with sick pay, whether he gets it or not. Legally he should, but with it being such a rush, I'm not sure whether he's had time to put the papers in and stuff, so he's talking with his work about that. But if push comes to shove, we will be using this emergency just to get us through bills and stuff this month, because obviously it's so important he has his operation. So we're going to try and bump this up as much as we can. So that £20 has gone into here, even though I did want to start my savings things for today. It's just not a thing that we can do right now. Actually, while I'm in the emergency folder, I do just want to show you some lovely things that I got from LJ Budgets. She kindly got in touch with me and asked if she could send me a few things, and I expected maybe one or two, and she absolutely spoilt me. Now we have this beautiful family fun wallet, which goes along with this family fun tracker, and I think this would be beautiful just to put into my savings thingy bobby, whatever it's called, into here. So that's what I'm gonna do quickly. I should have thought about this and popped the holes out already, but it's been such a busy week that I literally just haven't stopped. We've had to quickly prepare for him to go in for his operation. We've had to find dressing gowns and shorts and underwear and all this kind of stuff, because my husband's the kind of person where he wants new things to take into hospital, just because if it makes him feel a little bit more at ease at what's going to happen, then I'm all about doing that. But luckily enough, my uncle actually covered the cost of all that kind of stuff, because of, in his words, how nice we've been while he's been in hospital. Side note, he's also out of hospital. There was some kind of miracle where even his consultant thought he was going to end up losing his foot, and somehow when they did another scan on him, it turned out that all of the infection was gone, and nobody understands how it happened, because we were all geared up and given the talk about worse circumstances. He would have to lose his foot. They think that is what's going to happen. And then all of a sudden now he gets to come home and he still has his foot, which is amazing. But it's, even the medical professionals were baffled about how it happened. So yeah, we are taking that as a positive turn for this year, because gosh knows that this year has been a struggle. Sorry, back onto LJ Budgets. She also sent me a rainy day fund, which I'm not sure what I'm going to put this in just yet. Emergency fund tracker, which I want to pop back over here and put in with this, but I'm going to fill that in off camera because I don't want to bore you guys any more than I already am. So if I could put that in there we go. And then she also sent me some lovely placeholders. These are absolutely gorgeous. My daughter did try and steal them off me because they're pink and shiny and she wanted them, but I told her no, they're mummy's and they are staying in my budget. So I think what I might do is do a condensing soon, because I know that I have £500 in my London envelope, which I could make beautiful use of this from. So thank you so much to LJ Budgets. I will leave her link down in the description box to her Etsy. She has some absolutely beautiful things on there, so please do go and check her out if you're in the market for new trackers and such like. So I'm going to pop those just over here for now. Right, so where was I? Someone tell me where I was. Penny savings. I am still a little bit all over the shop. Ignore me if I lose my mind a little bit. So what I'm going to do is 50 pences I have 2 of, so I'm going to mark those off. Now I was told by a few people that you have to waft this a little bit like Esther, so I am going to do that so it doesn't transfer over, and hopefully that will stop it from transferring, which I still don't think I've given it enough time, but we'll see. Pound coins I have 2 of. I'm going to mark those off. There we go. And £2 I have 1, and I did actually tell my husband, do not spend that £2 because I want to put it in my challenge. Because I feel like this one's going to take quite a while, because we don't come across £2 too often. In day to day, I just don't really see them too much. And then in penny save we have Let me just have a quick look at my cheat sheet. 39p. Now this is because we did have 36p and then I found 3p just around. So where do I put? That goes in the jar, doesn't it? I'm losing it. Sorry for the noise. And I've just realised that you have a big glare on you just there, so sorry if that's been a pain, but my throat's about to give out. Sorry, I'm giving myself a jinx now. And I did just mark off that 39. Now, just to quickly get this week's done and out the way before I end up in a coughing fit. I'm going to pop back through here. And I forgot to fill it out, didn't I? Fuel, we spent 20 and we have... Oh, for goodness sake, as if I've just done that. I'm going to have to get me some Tipex. Left, I'm not even writing in the right pen. Someone just let me sleep. Left, we had... Goodness me, I'm all over the shop. We had 1536. So we spent, oh goodness me, 24.64. That's what I'm putting it at. And London we don't mess with anymore. So in terms of this week, we're going to have £30 fuel. We did have £40 family. I'll explain that in a little while. And then we have £20 for London. So I am going to bring this purse over here. And I promise my videos aren't this hectic all the time. So if you're new here, please still hit the subscribe button to give the next video a chance. Because goodness knows, I'm all over the shop with everything that's been happening this year. That's the £20 that will go into London. Now, what I have done is we have £16 this week left over for family money. Now that's because my husband decided he wanted to go to the cafe to get him some breakfast, and with the news of his operation coming up on Monday, I just want him to have a restful weekend. So he spent £4 of our weekly budget this week with us already starting it before I've done the video. And we have also put £20 into the bank. Now, I haven't fully tracked last week, just to be completely honest with you guys. With running up and down to the hospital and buying meals in the cafe and stuff like that, we did go overdrawn on the bank. Now, it wasn't a massive overdraft. It was maybe like £19 and a couple odd pence. But with paying for parking and lunch and cups of coffee while we were waiting and all that kind of stuff, we did just transfer £20 from this week into the bank just to cover the overdraft, because I don't like being overdrawn in the bank at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this £20 away into London. And I'm going to take the £30 out for this week's fuel. There we go. That can all be popped back into there for our last week of January, which absolutely blows my mind. I can't believe it's the last week already. And then this will need to go into this beautiful purse, ready for when we need more fuel. So I think that is all for this week. I'm going to go fix this off camera because I got a bit too carried away with myself. So thank you so much if you made it to the end of the video. I realised that I was completely all over the place, and if any of you did actually stay with my silly croaky voice, then thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys. But I'm about to go. Dear me. I'm off to go and take some throat sweets, and I'll see you all again on Friday for the weekly check-in, which I hope will be a bit more drawn back and usual and normal like before, because the beginning of 2023 has been an absolute whirlwind, and I'm so glad that everything is starting to die down a little bit now and we're getting some good news finally. Fingers crossed it carries on and nothing bad happens again, and my husband's operation goes well on Monday. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.